Hello everybody, in today's video, I'm in a different outfit, Alright, this is better. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to make a Loch Ness monster that can sit on anything. And I'm going to be turning this into a dinosaur. So if you want to learn how to turn something into a dinosaur, or how to add something to a dinosaur, watch the whole video, okay? Let's go! Whoa. Now I'm going to eat it and completely restart from scratch, so that way I can have this memorized as well. I do not own it, by the way. Sorry in advance if the camera placement is bad. I was working on a time crunch and I wanted to get this video out before other people started doing the idea that I am. Since I'm in the Community World Charms, I would recommend you do it in here too because it has every paint and every charm. We're going to be starting with the baseball, so I'm going to show you how to turn it into a dinosaur. Also, the type of dinosaur it's going to be is like a Loch Ness monster, like one of like the long neck type of ones, because that's all I can really like know how to make. So, yeah. To start, you're just going to paint this the color of your dinosaur. And the color that I'm using is the lime color, so let's just go ahead and turn it to be that color. You can also use any sort of ball or gadget or anything that has like some sort of shape of a dinosaur, just because, you know, it's pretty easy.
So if you don't have a lot of paints, in the code charms, there's like a little paint tunnel right there. Or you can just use the closest colors you have, like this one.
Exactly.
That's really
you don't
the
have to
only
use
one.
the exact. You can make it however you want it to be. So, yeah. I'm going to grab like 4 of these little tooth pieces, and I'm going to paint them the color of my choice. This is basically just going to act as the dinosaur's legs and like feet and whatnot, so... Oh.
Ow, bro just hit me IRL.
Wait, what?
Bro just hit me IRL.
Now that you have the legs on, you should have something that kind of looks like this. You're going to come back to the body parts area, and you're going to want to get one of these. This is going to act as the neck for the Loch Ness monster dinosaur thing. When you're adding like the head neck part on, you want it to be kind of close, because the next couple of pieces are going to need to be close, just so it doesn't look really bad. Then you're going to come to craft supplies, and you're going to get at least 2 of the little pins, and you're going to paint them the color of your choice. These are going to act as like more of like the extenders to its head, just so its head isn't like a perfect sphere. You're going to want to run back to the craft supplies, and you're going to want to get a couple of these, however many you need to fit with your dinosaur. You're also going to paint them the color of your choice. The reason you want to get these is to cover up the gray pieces that are sticking out, because sadly you're not able to change those parts.
While Zeratin is making his craft, make sure to watch The Dark Overgrown when it releases. Totally not self-advertising.
Totally. Now you're going to want to go back to the craft supplies, and you're going to want to grab either the antenna or the feather. Wait, this isn't craft supplies, this is body parts. My bad. Now, these two you're going to want to paint both black. And these are the 2 options for the eyes. For the antenna, you're just going to want to angle it this way and make it to where it's kind of sticking out right here. And you can cover up some of the black pieces that are showing, but this is a pretty good option for eyes. But if you chose the feather, then you should have some sort of eye that looks like... Oh no. That looks kind of like this. Now the eyes are way small, like super small, but I prefer the feather just because it's a lot easier to cover up, and I think it just looks cuter with smaller eyes. When you're putting on the feather, you're gonna want to put it on to where like there's not a full lot of like black showing at the neck. If there is black showing, you just want to go back to the craft supplies and come get more of these and paint them all the same lime color until you cover up the black parts. And if these aren't working, you can also go and get some of these like popsicle sticks or the long rectangles. They work good as well. Now you should have a pretty beefy neck. So if you want to make it to where like it's not so beefy, you can go back to and body parts and the craft supplies and get more pins and more of the antennas just to kind of cover it up. But I would recommend using pins just because they cover up a lot more area than the little like circle antenna does, because the circle is bigger than the one on here than the one on the antenna. I still think that it looks like some sort of dinosaur. I mean, you can kind of see it. Can you see it, Froggy? Okay, good. Because if you couldn't see it, I was going to cancel you. Yippee! You're going to want to run back to body parts and get 3 of these sort of tooth pieces. And you're going to paint them the same exact line you've been using for this entire video. Now, there are multiple ways you can make the tail. The first one being you can start with one, and then you can kind of use the others to just make it a really big tail, which I recommend just because, you know, it obviously resembles a tail, and you can tell that's a tail. But it's not a tail of a tail, it's a tail that's not in a tail. Except this might be a tail, because I'm telling a tale about a tail.
What the heck did bro just say?
But if you can imagine, that doesn't look super good. So I would definitely 100% recommend doing the first one. Now, it's not a perfect dinosaur, and, you know, it's not the best, but I think it highly resembles a dinosaur, and you're probably easily able to tell what this is. Now I'm going to be adding a dinosaur to the bag. Okay, now you're just going to go to cardboard over here, and you're going to get 5 of these circles. You're going to want to paint them your dinosaur's color, and go ahead and I'll show you how to place them on the bat. Once you have all 5, you're going to want to get 3 of them and kind of put them in a little row of sorts, keeping them similarly or like semi-close together. And you kind of want them to like have space at the sides where we can take these other 2 and put them right here. But before we do that, you should have something that looks like this. It kind of looks like a slug, but just be ready. So you're going to take this little other piece right here, and you're just going to put it right there on the side, just to give its belly some, you know, extra length. Then you're going to go to body parts, and you're just going to get 4 of these and paint them the dinosaur's color. You're going to add them to, in like these little like spaces right here, on the dinosaur. Something like this to make it look like it's wrapping around the bat. And you're going to do that for all 4 of its legs on both sides. Bruh. Then you're just going to repeat all of the other steps for the head and tail, and then you should have something that looks like this is what it should look like. Yippee! So yeah, this is a dinosaur. I would prefer if you add a dinosaur and not like make one, just because I think that it looks better when it's added on, and it just looks way cuter. So yeah, and you can kind of create it to be however you want. You know, it'd be really cool if you guys could give me some tips on how to improve the dinosaur and make different dinosaurs. Thank you for watching. That's how you make a dinosaur into anything, or how you add a dinosaur onto anything. If you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe. And Yeeps, I know you're probably going to see this because this is for the pop-up challenge. You wouldn't deny the eyes of this beautiful dinosaur, would you? Also, I want to see you guys as dinosaurs. Like, I want to see what you guys made using my tutorial. So if you do watch this video till the end and you want to make a dinosaur of your own, just at me in the title. It's just going to be Zeratin. So just at Zeratin, and I'll watch the video and I'll probably leave a comment and maybe subscribe if it's really good. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video.